So we are finally going to review the AEW Action Ring, part of the Unrivaled series. Now, up till this year, this was exclusive to Walmart because Walmart was the one that sold the AEW figures. If you were lucky enough to actually find them in the store, I had been unable to find them up till now. Luckily today, this is January 2021, was at Walmart. Found a few of Series 2 AEW Unrivaled figures, and we're going to unbox those and review those. But because I finally found them, I figured it was time to bite the bullet and get the AEW ring. Now, in a quick little note here, these are 20 bucks at Walmart. I bought this, went to another Walmart, found one for 7 on clearance. So I bought the clearance one. So I'm going to be returning the $20 one because I don't need 2 of them. But we're going to unbox this here and we are going to do a quick review of it. This is the, like I said, the Unrivaled collection. Flexible ropes, authentic AEW details. Would like to have that Kenny. Maybe I can find him eventually. Jericho. I've got some WWE Jericho figures, but there's never too many, I guess. And plus, the AEW ones are pretty cool. The back is kind of the same thing, just with some action. And we're going to crack it open, and we're going to see what it's about right here and put it together. Now, I don't have a WWE basic ring to compare, but it's very much in the style of the Mattel basic WWE rings, only this one is a little bit bigger, just a little bit. I will say, like, the ropes are good and sturdy. It's got these here seem a little loose when they're not connected with the rope. These seem a little flexible, but with the rope they seem to be more sturdy and in place. You got the apron stickers. Now, there's a lot of stickers. When you open this thing up, it's going to come with all your pieces in a box like this, and that's where you get all your stickers and the ropes and everything. And this one, I think I got it just slightly crooked here. I suck at putting stickers on, but you get to put those on. You put 4 of these on, and of course then you put all of these stickers on the turnbuckles, which you'll see various quality of mine there because, like I said, I suck at stickers. But that is what we have. Have not opened any AEW figures yet, but we're going to, and we're going to review them. We will put them in this ring, of course, and show them off. But until we do, just very quickly, I have this, and that's what it looks like. That is this thing, and pretty much these are in scale with the AEW ones, but excuse me, that's what that looks like with that. But we're going to get that out of there, and we're going to open up the AEW figures, and we're going to put them in here to do a review with them. So I was at Walmart routinely, went down the toy aisle because I always do that, the collectibles aisle, and looking before me was 3 AEW figures. Now, I've never seen any of them in Walmart, so naturally I had to get these. This is number 13. It is Rey Fenix. We're going to take him out of the pack right here, but here's what it looks like. There's our action shot on the front. We get the small picture here on the side. It says Series 2. On the back of the box, got a signature, and we got everybody else in the set. So I figure he'll be like one of the smaller ones. These are, I think, pretty cool and actually in scale with each other. So we'll do a comparison, but we'll get him out and we'll see all the details on Rey Fenix. Was very happy to spot MJF on my Walmart shelf. They only had 3 figures, like I said, and he was one. So I got him. As you can see here, he's got the microphone and his little scarf. Now, this is the basic one. I think there's a Chase variant out there. Obviously, I don't have that one, or I wouldn't be opening it up. There is the action shot there, promo shot of him there on the side. Or the, well, middle ways, not necessarily the side. There's his picture with his signature, and there's everybody else in the set. So let's open him up and see how he looks. The last one that I was able to find is one that I'm pretty shocked was on the shelf. It's Hangman Adam Page. He also comes with an alternate hand, a rope because he is the hangman, and he has a scarf there around his neck, or not a scarf, but more like a bandana. There's our picture of Adam Page there, number 11, Series 2. On the side there, you see the good stuff. There's our action shot of him riding a horse from All Out, which was cool. Maybe you can go find a horse to match up the scale of that. And there is the other one. So Adam Page, one of the up and coming rising stars, him and MJF really both. So very, very happy to find both of them in the wild, so to speak. So we'll crack him open now and see how he is. Okay, so real quickly, we're going to use Phoenix here as the example for the movement, and they'll all have the same movement, so keep that in mind when you see the rest of them. We got a double jointed elbow. We've got movement at the wrist. The arm does full rotation, as I'm sure you know. The torso does the shrivel. The waist moves. You got a double jointed knee, which when applied will bend. Obviously the knee pad is in the way. He does the splits, all that good stuff, and of course you get good head movement on these. So that being said, all of them has the same movement. Let's just get to the detail of the figure. Well, you could probably say it's more of an issue with the actual ring here. You'll notice Phoenix kind of towers a little bit over this, but that's not on the figure. That's just the way the ring is set up. Phoenix himself, though, we can get him to pull in here, looks really good for a luchador here, which we see very limited amount of Rey Fenix's face on TV anyway, but what we can see looks really good. The mask has good detail, flows in the back here. This man has all kinds of tattoos, and as you can see, all appear to be represented in color. These are $20 figures, so you know they're very detailed in all regards. There is the tattoos there, the famous like dream catcher there on his chest, whatever that is, all the way down to there. And also, my only issue with these things is like when you first get them out the box, it seems like the ankles are a little wonky at times, but outside of that, I have no complaints at all with the details or the actual style of these AEW figures. But when trying to review with one hand, the ankle can cause a little bit of trouble. There it goes. But see, the outfit looks great. I believe when they first showed the demo of these, though, that they had like, or I should say the prototype. I think him and Penta might have come with a extra head. That's not the case, but that's okay. Look at all the detail. Look at all the tattoos. Imagine that's got to be some budgetary stuff going on there with why he doesn't have extra head. But he looks great. He's a little tall to me, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any stats for exactly how tall Phoenix is, but if you stand him next to a previous figure of, say, Jon Moxley, he's about eye to eye with him. I don't have the AEW Jon Moxley on me right now, but if you take like MJF, that's what they stand like. Some angles he may look maybe even a little taller. Of course, that could just be the way that the feet are stood up here. But there they are. Maybe. Yeah, they're about eye to eye. They're about the same height. Hangman, maybe just a little bit taller, but we'll get to them momentarily. But as far as Phoenix goes, pretty cool little luchador figure for a really cool wrestling character. So I'm going to give it the thumbs up on that. I have seen online where some people got Phoenix and his eyeballs wasn't colored. So thankfully, that's not the case with this one. Here we have Hangman Adam Page. I absolutely love this figure. I'm going to go ahead and say it out front here. He does have the alternate hand that I took off, so he could do his little gun pose here, which I think is awesome. Now, if you want to take his bandana off him around his neck, you're going to have to pop his head off to do so. It will not just pull off. If you want to look at the face detail, since this guy doesn't have a mask, we can get into face detail. That looks exactly like Adam Page for the most part. Maybe just a hair cartoonish, but it even has a little mole or whatever bump he has on his face is there. The tights have the silver trim. Now you could take this jacket off, but it says Hangman Adam Page on the back. Hangman on the back of his trunks. He's got his cowboy style wrestling boots on. He has this rope, which I think it's, this noose is supposed to be kind of like around his neck, but it looks a little awkward. If that's one thing about these, sometimes the accessories are a little awkward. Like, it's supposed to be more like that, but it seems like it looks better if you just take it and drape it over his shoulder, maybe do a little deal like this. But Hangman Page is probably my favorite of the three that I have so far. When you stand him next to MJF, he looks like, well, maybe they're the same size. So they seem to all be about the same size. I don't have Phoenix's stats, like I said, handy, but Phoenix may be a little tall. I'm not sure though, but we'll figure it out. Either way, the Hangman Page figure, probably the best one of this set, or at least out of the three that I have. Last here we have MJF, and he looks a little tired under the eyeballs, but outside of that, I think we have a really good head scan here for MJF. He comes with a AEW microphone, which I think is great because that's a cool accessory to have. The scarf, well, it looks better when you kind of just pull it down on him. Like, that looks more accurate when it's pulled down, but it's not going to be pulled down. So you may have to use his arms and kind of close it in on his body a little bit, because just as is outside the pack, it's kind of going to be all over the place a little bit. But it looks like the one he uses, so we'll just do away with that. There's a detail of his trunks, MJF on the back in like the old English style. A little plaid on the back of his knee pads, he's got that. Black on the front, black boots. Has this tattoo of a lion on, which is very accurate. That appears to be the only tattoo he's got. But like I said, it's definitely, outside of a few bags under his eyes, maybe, that is MJF to the T. So pretty cool wrestling figure. One of the ones I really wanted out of Series 2 next to Adam Page. Of course, Moxley just for the title. But yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So as far as these three figures go, that I was able to actually get here on my own at Walmart, Adam Page is probably my favorite. Phoenix, he's a cool figure. I think if these were more, like, I don't know, more distributed, like in the stores, which they're now in Target as well, so you can find them there. If you've seen more in stores, I have a feeling that Phoenix might be a little bit of a shelf warmer, maybe, just because he kind of looks like Rey Mysterio a lot, and kids tend to have a bunch of Rays, so if they're not familiar with who Phoenix is, that could be an issue. MJF is pretty cool. He's got the scarf. You think that might be a good selling point to people that maybe ain't all that in the know with AEW, but I mean, that could be a selling point. Or without it, he kind of looks a little plain. But that's maybe if you don't know who, of course, MJF is and how good he actually is on the mic and whatnot. Which is why I'm glad there is a AEW mic. But I guess all that's for naught, because at this point, as long as this line's been out, this is the only three that I've been able to actually locate in store. So maybe new year, new partner with Target, maybe they'll be out there more. But these are, of course, made by Jazwares, formerly Wicked Cool Toys. The ring is a good display base for them. If you're a kid, you're not going to care if they tower over it. But as a collector, I kind of wish the ropes were a little bit higher up. Outside of that, though, looks good. And I love these figures and definitely want more. If you're wondering about how the scale is with the other wrestling figures out there, it's pretty well accurate. So you ain't going to have any complaints, I don't think, for those. So until I can find some more, here is what I've got for the AEW Unrivaled series. These are purchased at Walmart, but who knows where you're going to find them.